What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I want to share some of my personal sneaker investments with you guys. So if you want to make some money by buying sneakers right now on the resale market, stay tuned. As you guys know, I'm always looking for opportunities to make money with sneakers, whether that be on new releases or even sniping pairs on the resale market. I want to make this a new part of the channel where I share with you some pairs that are on my radar to invest in, let mature, obviously hold for long periods of time, and then later on turn them and collect profits. My goal is to introduce some of these pairs to you and then check back on them in the next month, maybe 2 months, maybe even 6 months down the road, and see what the value of that pair of shoes has done over time. I've been doing this a while. I study the resale market pretty closely, but I'm not perfect. You know, sometimes I get a hunch on a pair of shoes that I think is going to do really well and it ends up being a flop. So in no way, shape, or form am I going to say that you're guaranteed to make money on these shoes that I'm telling you to cop, but I will say there's a very good chance I see history repeat itself in shoes like these that I'm about to share with you, and my money's at stake too because I have personally copped every single pair that I'm about to share with you. The first pair you should think about buying are the Yeezy 350 Mono Cinders. This pair is a little different. The material's different, but it's a predominantly black colorway, and the all black colorways of the Yeezys seem to do very well. The closest thing to this colorway previous to this release would have been the 350 V2 Cinders. And I did the same thing with the Cinders that I'm about to tell you to do with the Mono Cinders. I'm focusing heavily on the Bae Sizes. I wouldn't necessarily broaden it to all Bae Sizes. I'm really going to focus on sizes 5 through 7, and I'm trying to cop those sizes for all in less than $290. If you see listings and you can get a pair of those for less than $290 after fees and shipping, I think it's a dub. These released in June of 2021, so they've been on the market for a while. They've had some time to mature, and they haven't gone crazy in either direction. They've kind of stayed still. I started buying these right after the release date, so I've been holding pairs for a while now. The hold game definitely isn't for everybody. You've got to be patient. If you want to make money long-term selling sneakers, you've got to be able to hold pairs, turn inventory while you're waiting for other pairs to mature. We've talked about that before. It's super important to the hold game. If you can't do it, if you need quick flips, this kind of thing isn't for you. Check all those resale apps we've talked about before. Take a look at eBay, take a look at GOAT, take a look at StockX and SneakerCon app. See if you can find listings in the low 200s and get them to your doorstep for less than $290. Same sizes, same style, different colorway. The next one is the Yeezy 350 Mono Mist. I feel like this shoe is being totally underestimated by the Bae sneakerheads. When this shoe first dropped, I looked them up on StockX because they all dropped about the same time, you know, the whole Mono collection. I looked them up on StockX and I was like, ugh, you know, another brown colorway. Great, just what we need. We had so many brown colorways come one after another, and for them to throw one in the Mono collection, I was like, yeah, it's a hard pass. But the prices were fairly low and I was buying some of the Cinders, so I decided to pull the trigger on a Bae Size. I only bought one pair at first, and I waited for them to come in, and when I got those in hand, it changed my perspective on the Mono Mist completely. In my opinion, this is the most female-oriented marketed pair of Yeezys that has ever released. I'm trying to think back on any more pairs that I would say, yo, that's a girl's pair of Yeezys, and I really just can't think of one. These shoes aren't brown. StockX has actually updated their picture, and it looks nothing like it did whenever these first dropped. These shoes are more of a purple color than brown. They sort of have a brown tint. They look different in different lighting, but they're definitely a purplish color. The laces give them a glossy, shiny look. They've been on the market for a long time now. Same-ish release date, June of 2021. But I'm telling you, I don't know why I haven't seen these on like a ton of girls' feet. All it would take is like a big influencer to flex her 350 Mono Mist, and then like every girl is going to be geeking over them. That's a long shot, obviously, but I still think there's a lot of potential in this pair of shoes. After all, they're purple. We have not ever had a purple colorway. I'm sniping these pairs for less than $275 after shipping and fees. If you can find them on those apps that we talked about before, I say pull the trigger. And actually, I checked tonight, there was a size 5 on StockX that you could have shipped straight to you and authenticated for $259 after fees. At least in my area with my taxes and whatnot, that's what it came out to. I almost pulled the trigger for myself, but I do have a pretty heavy clip of these laying around already. And again, this isn't like a become a millionaire overnight type of sneaker flip. I have about 8 to 10 pairs of the Mono Mist, so I didn't see a real need for me to go ahead and snag that pair on StockX. I'll leave it for y'all. If you want a good hold pair, go buy it. I think those are climbing. We'll wait and see. The last pair I'm going to plug y'all with today is another pair of Yeezys, but not a mono pair this time. We've got the Yeezy 350 V2 V2 carbon colorway. I think these were slept on. Some of the bigger sizes have been fetching a pretty penny, but right now the Bae Sizes are tanking. I'm a firm believer in the Bae Sizes. For the longest time, the Bae Sizes were a little bit more limited. To my knowledge, they still are. And who are we kidding? Any sneakerhead with a Bae on his side that's trying to get a nice pair of shoes is going to get it no matter what, right? Like, the pockets are deep at that point. I'm tightening the size range on this one though. I'm really only looking at sizes 5 to 6. If you can snag these all in for less than $275, I think it's a dub. These have been on the market quite a bit longer than the monos that we talked about. The carbons released in October of 2020. We have had over a full year since these shoes have released. That might be slightly concerning, but I truly believe in the value of neutral Yeezy colorways. When it comes to 350s, the black colorways always do well. Fingers crossed that holding these pairs for a long time doesn't have any effect on the soles yellowing. I don't mind holding pairs of shoes for a long time, but I also don't want to risk the condition of the shoe. Keeping a pair of shoes in the box for long periods of time isn't necessarily the best thing for the shoe. You'll start to cause yellowing, cracking, crumbling, and then the shoes aren't even wearable. I'm really watching these carbons closely over the next year. If we don't see some progress on those in the next 6 months, I'll be a little bit more hesitant, but in the end it's all supply and demand. The more people that buy the dead stock pairs and wear them, the less dead stock pairs they are and the value goes up. It's simple supply and demand. I've seen so many so-called bricks go up in value over time, and that's why I really don't hesitate to buy sneakers like this that I see a good potential in. And I don't care what anybody tells you, Yeezy 350s never brick. Any pair of Yeezy 350s that I've sold, whether it was too late, too soon, have always brought me money to the table. Let's recap real quick. Yeezy Mono Cinder, we're copping sizes 5 to 7 for less than $290 after shipping and fees. The Yeezy Mono Mists, we're copping the same sizes 5 through 7. We're trying to get those for less than $275. Same target price with the Yeezy 350 V2 Carbons, but we're only trying to cop sizes 5 through 6. Again, I'm not a psychic. I can't see what the sneaker market's going to do in the future. In the end, I'm just a sneakerhead with a gut feeling. If you want to take my advice, cool. We're in it together because my money's on the line too. I'm going to throw these pairs in sizes in a spreadsheet and keep track of those, as long as we keep this little series going on. So hopefully I make some money. Hopefully y'all make some money. If you have any questions about investing in sneakers, drop a comment below or DM me on Instagram. The handle is the same at AllABSneakers. Make sure you're subbed and you got your notos on. We're inching towards 300 subs, and y'all know once we hit 500, something crazy is about to happen. So stick with it, stay tuned, and do not forget, this is all about sneakers.